Good morning, everyone. Your Excellencies, Your Holiness, distinguished guests and friends. Yesterday was quite a journey. It was a celebration of the twin birthdays of His Majesty the King and the spiritual leader. And the whole purpose of this celebration was to walk a journey into new paths that were set by His Majesty, gross national happiness. Now, yesterday you heard a lot, and there was a lot of information, somewhat overload. What I'm trying to do here literally in less than 5 minutes is to set the tone on what we are trying to do. Now, Her Majesty had already set out, the journey ahead, in a sense. And it is about co-sharing. Enlightenment is sharing. And every one of us is on this path. Now, yesterday what you heard was there, like for example, the global, social stock exchange, new ideas, new not just to the people in this audience, but new to 99.9% of the world. So it will take time for these ideas to be digested. We are not trying to push these ideas to Bhutan. Let me put it this way. It is something for you to consider. Does it meet your needs or does it not meet your needs? Only by ingesting, only when you feel that is the right thing to do or not the right thing to do, that is an enlightened step forward. So yesterday what we really heard also, many visions, many experiments, all these are paths towards something that each one of you feel is your happiness. Last night, as I was reflecting on this, I was reflecting on what is happiness for me personally. And for me personally, it was to eat the fried rice fried by my mother, my late mother. Now, as all of you, fried rice is very simple. It's just rice, salt, a little bit of soy sauce, onions, and then you add whatever you want. But the thing you must remember is that nobody fries fried rice the same way. And so what I really try to say is we all have to walk our own paths. But the fact that I ate the fried rice that my mother made brought this smile before me because it was the love she put into the fried rice. So the point I'm really trying to say is today's is really the journey. You have to pick the ingredients to make your own fried rice, to make your dream, okay? And we cannot make that dream for you. And the point is, no person has the identical happiness because to each person, that happiness is a different one. And so how we find this, then we need to set this through. The journey we have is that we have this box on the left-hand side called the GDP balance sheet. And we have seen in many parts of the world, if that balance sheet is not managed properly, raw capitalism will eat you alive. It destroys the earth, it makes people unequal. And many of us are unhappy with it. And on the right-hand side of that balance sheet is this gross national happiness, which His Majesty has brought forth. Okay? When His Majesty said it, he had his vision, but that vision needs to be made into a reality. And that reality is us co-walking together to that journey. So that's yesterday, you heard this right from the last panel, which I was really moved. These bright young Bhutanese influencers, media, were saying, you preach to them all the old ideas. The young one says, not interested. 6 seconds, I'm flipping somewhere else. But if we feed them all these old TikTok, if I may say, algorithms, the future may be totally beyond what you think. Right? But that is their choice. Therefore, the older ones there is thinking, how do we guide, how do we balance between the happiness and the money, right? And that's a really difficult balance. So what are we trying to do today, right? 1 minute. What we're trying to do today is now to bring into this idea of technology. The breakthrough for the whole world, from both the capitalists and the gross national happiness, or whoever, understands that technology is the new tool. It is a tool that enables us to scale up very fast, right? But it could also be a very dangerous tool. Like a knife, it can be used to do good, but it can also be used to do bad. And so these are some of the issues that we will discuss today. But at the same time, we have wonderful people, like the first panel, who will share with you how they walk that journey, and maybe from their lessons, their life lessons, how do we walk together? So I can't remember the exact quotation by this very famous Spanish philosopher. He said, walking, my friend, is the journey and maybe the destiny. Thank you very much indeed.